Okay, Powell for public speaking. Today we're going to get into drinking and driving. Now I know I got into this in my last speech, but drinking and driving is a totally different thing by itself, so I figured we'd get into it a little bit more. Now, even though drinking and driving problems have not escalated, but they've gone down a lot over the last decades, there's still a major problem with it. And I have a couple statistics I'm going to read for you guys. Out of 37,261 deaths in 2008, 13,000, almost 14,000 of those deaths were drinking and driving related. And that's 37%. That's a lot of deaths compared to that. Now, almost half of all drivers that tested positive, that were fatal crashes, that tested positive for drugs, also had alcohol in their system. And in fatal crash 2010, the highest percentage of drunk drivers was ages 21 to 24, which is 34%, followed by ages 25 to 34, which is 30%. So in that 3-year period between 21 to 24, there's more percentage of drunk driver and fatal crashes than there are to 25 to 34. And that's a big difference in ages. Now, why do people choose to drink and drive? Most people who drink and drive believe that they can still drive and they'll be alright. They don't think that, oh, I'm not too drunk to drive. I can leave the bar and make it home. I don't live that far away. I'm not going to get caught. I'll take back roads home. It doesn't really work out because now cops are getting to where, even in a small town like this, they'll go on back roads and they'll check you guys because, that is one of the major ways, like small town country guys. They'll leave the bar and take back roads home because they know them well. And, a lot of times it may work out, but it only takes one time to get in trouble. Now, and there's another reason. If you're out with a group of friends and, you've all been drinking, which this comes with the designated driver, which I'll get to later. But when you've all been out drinking and, you're the soberest one, you've only had, 4 or 5 beers. That's still not that's too much to drive. So, you think, oh, I'm the soberest one, so I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive my friends home. And that's the biggest thing, because, if you decide to take that step, you can get everybody in trouble that's with you. Now, another reason is some people will leave to get away from something. Cops show up, someone shows up, fights start. They're going to try to leave and get away from that problem because they don't want to be around it. And those are some big reasons why people drink and drive. There are a lot of punishments and charges that can come with drinking and driving if you're caught. The most commonly known are DUI, which is driving under an influence, DWI, which is driving while intoxicated, and MIP, which is minor possession. And that's from anybody that's 21 and younger that are caught drinking and driving, which that'll come with DWI. Now, most commonly with these punishments, you're going to have your license revoked and you're going to have to attend classes like AA meetings and stuff like that. And there's another punishment is a lot of people are starting to put ignition locks in cars where they have a monitor up on your dashboard and you have to blow into it every time you get in your car just to start it. And that cuts down a lot of drinking and driving. And then another fact I found out is most people that are stopped for drinking and driving, it's not their first time being caught. They are repeat offenders, and like I said, it's not their first time. Some ways to protect yourself from drunk drivers are, of course, don't drink and drive, find some other way to get home. Volunteer to be the designated driver. Like I said, with your group of friends, go out, have a good time, and be the designated driver. Make sure everybody gets home safe and sound, including yourself. Always wear a seatbelt. If you're drinking and driving, which, like I said, designated driver, always wear a seatbelt to protect yourself from drunk drivers, other places, and from yourself. Because if you get in a crash, seatbelt could save your life. And steer clear of aggressive drivers. Aggressive drivers are a big reason for crashes today, and it's even worse when they're intoxicated and they can't drive as well as they can when they're sober. And another thing, do not only protect yourself, but to protect others around you. Again, designated driver, always volunteer to do that. Never condone or, say, hey, it's all right to, drink or binge drink. It's not okay for guys to go out and do that. And, if there is guys trying to drive home from a party or the bar, take their keys. Find someone else for them to ride home with. Have them stay the night or call a cab, depends where you're at. And some solutions, every single death that's caused from drinking and driving, it's all preventable. It's all preventable. Automatic license revocation, from MIPs, DWIs, that seems to be the biggest way to cut down drinking and driving. And, it is a big punishment, but, if it's saving your life or it's going to stop you from doing it again, it's going to work out. Although people don't like to be the tattletale, report drunk drivers. You can report someone and, you may get them in trouble, get them charges, but a DWI is so much better than, losing your life or taking someone else's life or severely hurting someone else. And then, you know, they also have a special license on people that have been charged before. Like I said, most people who stop, it's not their first time, so they're repeat offenders. So with the special deal on their license plate, it'll give the law officers a little bit better idea, you know, I'm going to watch this car, and if they're going a little bit differently, if they think they're drunk drivers, they can pull them over and stop them. And that's all I have. Thank you.